Hello everybody and welcome back to the Beaverstream. I am your fantastically fabulous host, Chip Wiseman,
Yep.
and today we are joined by everybody's favourite samurai pizza cat, that is Josie.
Might be two cats. What? Repeat all of that. One of my friends is posting selfies, and they're really hot.
That's good. It's nice to have hot people around.
Yeah. Yeah, all my
How are
friends
you
are
doing
hot.
in chat, guys? Are you guys in chat hot?
Arthur
I bet you are.
Harmsworth. This is a viewer that I do not recognize, which means that they are probably new, and they were here, but they were here while we had the dancing taco boy. Why do I call him a taco boy? That's not what he is. He's a regular boy.
Bionicle.
Bionicle. Takua and Takanuva are Taco Boy. He is
Yes,
Jello.
and so
Did you
so today-
Kool-Aid Jello? I was at Walmart this morning.
sure.
I was at Walmart this morning to pick up soda because I didn't have enough soda, and I thought I fell asleep during the last week's stream, so I got soda
I see.
to
Right.
make sure that because that can happen again. It can happen. And I was in the Jello aisle. I forgot why. Forget why I was in the Jello aisle. It might have been the same aisle with cheese.
Yeah. So
At any
anyway,
rate,
guys, we
Kool-Aid brand Jello. It's
neat. We are going to be playing Ratchet Gladiator today, which is the British or European name for Ratchet Deadlocked. It's one of those ones where they change the name outside of the US. And yeah, this is a little bit different.
Both those names aren't sexual innuendo and are therefore bad.
Well, Deadlocked, I think, is maybe like a BDSM thing, I'm told.
Oh,
So, yeah.
we are not familiar with this.
But anyway. I am playing this on a real PS2, viewers, so that is why the resolution is so much lower than the previous games, and also you may notice some de-interlacing artifacts. That's
They really
because
did
the
their-
European PS2 doesn't have a lot of games that support progressive scan mode.
Yeah, I think this may be a BDSM thing. Yeah, they really did their research.
Yeah, for what it's worth, the American version of Ratchet Deadlocked does support progressive scan mode, but the European
Yeah.
one just doesn't. Just doesn't.
It's okay. America isn't progressive either. I made that joke while we were off air, but now we're on it. Hold on, there's a fruit fly. Go away, fruit flies! I don't have any fruit. I'm Josie.
Go away, flute flies. I don't have any flutes.
No, they're fruit flies because they eat fruit.
What if they eat flutes instead?
Well, go away, flute fries! I don't have any French fries.
I don't have any fries. I don't have time for fries.
Oh shit, we have two
Oh.
viewers I don't recognize. This game's
I'll have a swift burger.
Harvey.
Harvey Cuff. Hello, Harvey Cuff.
Kafifi.
First time watching this live, lol. Hello. So I take it you watch our videos not live?
I'm sorry.
Cool. Yeah, why would you even do that? You silly, silly person. Oh dear. Anyway, how are the volume levels for all you guys? Can you hear me fine? Can you hear Josie fine? Can you hear the game fine?
I'm Josie.
Beep, boop, bop.
Arthur says he can't hear the game. Harvey says we said his name right,
okay.
but we pronounced his name in every conceivable way. So I don't know which of those was the right way.
Okay.
But the
I'll
good
just
news
check
is,
the
apparently, even
volume
his
levels.
school couldn't pronounce his name right.
Oh yeah, there is no sound coming through the game. That's weird.
You should fix that. You should
Yeah. What's up with that?
hamburgers.
Where's the sound? Where is it?
Where did the sound go? Is your PS2 broken?
Maybe it's just because I'm on like the menu? No. Seems to still not have any. Oh, okay, there's a little bit of sound. I'll turn that up.
Fix it!
There we go.
Fix
There
it! Did you fix it?
I think so.
Chat, did they fix it?
Give him
Yeah, tell me if that's sounding good now.
Work out of them first.
This is awkward because you're asking the chat questions and I need to shut up, but I also need to not shut up. Jesse says he can hear it.
Hello in there.
Mhm.
Can you hear me?
For some reason,
You've been
I'm a
unconscious for
cat.
hours.
Meow.
You're probably a little disoriented.
Hmm.
How many fingers are you holding up?
Harvey says I sound different today. That's because I'm trying to speak with a higher pitched voice more often. I mean, I always mean to, but I always end up shifting lower. But I'm trying to do things differently now. Trying to do things different now.
Yeah, you know what? You and me both.
Yeah, this dude's fat.
He is.
Did he just
He's
call
also a nerd.
Did he just call the POV? You're looking at a fat nerd. Did he call you blog-headed as an insult, or did you call him that?
I'm not sure.
Are you
I
even
can't
you?
hear the game very well myself.
Are you even you right now? Well, there are subtitles. You don't need to hear it.
yeah,
Oh my
but I don't know
God! He
who's saying
turned
them.
Ratchet into a Bionicle.
Yeah, this is Ratchet and Clank Bionicles.
Furry Bionicles TF fanfiction. I love it.
And for some reason this game has like a whole tutorial thing. I'm
Well,
not sure what's up with that.
Well, yeah, Ratchet's been roboticized. He has to learn how to use his bits.
Oh, of course. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, once you have once you have a robot body installed, you have to go through a tutorial level to learn how to use your legs.
Oh. Oh, okay. The controls are very different to the previous game. So now R2 is your weapon thing. R1 is shoot. L1 is jump, as well as X also being jump, and I think X is just more responsive though. L2 rather is a first-person mode. Is there? Yeah, it's sort of always strafing, so that's a thing. And
Pew pew. Harvey said, Harvey, I thank you for your support on my trying to sound like myself. I don't ever want to talk with low pitch ever again.
Good, Ratchet.
Same if I can help it.
Yep, that's going to take a lot of work.
Yeah.
Especially in your
let me-
case. Especially in your case, because you have a British radio voice, so it shouldn't be physically possible for you to speak with a high-pitched voice.
Well, you'd be surprised actually. Like, I found some tutorials of like, you know, vocal training and stuff, and some people have done amazing things. Like just by training their voices for probably years. But you know, it can be done.
Did you know that Grandpa Sugoroku's voice actor in 4Kids is the same voice actor as Meowth?
I did not know that.
Also, they are a trans woman.
Oh, I did not know that either.
And also, I think they invented Second Life.
Whoa.
Marty Blood.
Immortal Zima says, can you configure the controls? Yeah, I'm probably going to have to, because these are kind of weird. I want to at least invert
Oh my god,
horizontal.
could you imagine being transferred into a robot body and not being able to adjust the controls? That would be hell.
Oh no.
Alright.
Yeah, here we go. Control options. Up,
see.
down, left, right, inverted, lock, strafe.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
turn the rotation speed up a little.
Marty
Wait,
Blood.
oh god, my D-pad fell out. No!
Marvel Comics.
Vibration, yes, left pause. Okay, yes.
She wrote some games, voiced some stuff.
Fire, select.
Content creator on Second Life, not the creator of the game.
Charge. Jump, bot command, move, map, pause menu. Okay. Okay, that's a lot of controls.
Ooh, somehow playing a card game has left me seriously injured. Meow, that's right.
Ratchet, I have figured figured out a way to get information to you without
Yep,
folks
worked
knowing.
at Marvel. That's what
Pay
Wikipedia
attention
says
to
was her
the
first
messages at
job.
the bottom of your screen. At the top of your
She
screen
edited
is the
some
experience
Spider-Man
bar.
books.
As you destroy enemies, you gain
And
experience.
shit.
When the bar is full, you will gain a
I'm a
level,
cat.
and your nanotech will increase.
Possibly 2 cats. Or every cat in the world. I am every cat in the world.
Tap R2 to switch
Did you know
between
this?
recently used weapons.
Nope.
Yep, I am every cat in the world, and then the only
R2 or
cat.
triangle, and use the left analog stick to
And 2
select
cat.
any weapon.
Whoa.
Meow. So how have you been?
I've been alright, thanks. Yeah.
That's good. I wasn't alright, but now I was.
Yeah. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yep. I got my fidget cube out.
Securely fastened around
You-
your neck.
Just
Nice.
This collar cannot be broken or removed.
Oh, so how about that news about PS5 game prices?
Oh!
That's gonna be something.
yeah, the PS5. It's just Sony's like, hey, you remember the PS3? Let's do that, but worse.
Contestant become uncooperative.
Yeah, so not only is the console really expensive, but oh boy, the games. So, first of all, yes, in America, prices are being bumped from $60 to $70. It's even worse in the UK and Europe. We're getting bumped from £55 to £70.
Isn't that great?
That's the equivalent of $90 US.
Isn't that great? And let me guess, minimum wage hasn't gone up. Minimum wage hasn't gone up since decades.
Nope, exactly.
Yeah, isn't that great? Isn't that great? How inflation only seems to go one way.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Well, I mean, inflation goes one way because it's inflation. It would be deflation if it went the other way. But you know what I mean. Inflation's supposed to mean that all values of currency go up. People get paid more, and things cost more because people are getting paid more and things cost more. And it's just a cyclical problem, and it's why we got some countries that have like millions of dollars of their currency is essentially worthless.
Mm-hmm.
I think Vietnam, there was an episode of Top Gear before Top Gear Milkshake that's all.
Welcome, hero. To
They got to do their Vietnam special, and they were given millions of Vietnamese dongs. Apparently, the money is called dongs,
Be spending the
Mhm.
rest of your life here.
and millions of dongs is essentially not that much of money because of inflation.
You should go find Al.
Yep.
I have
Or
marked
something.
his location on your map.
At any
He
rate,
has something to show you.
capitalism sucks and needs to be abolished. Just like
Okay, like
just
that.
like J.K. Rowling.
Ye-
Welcome to the Quasar 0115 Gladiator.
Okay, so you got like a whole leaderboard of stuff in this game. That's interesting.
What does that mean?
It means you get to see numbers go up and feel good about it.
Yeah, I see 3 cats in a trench coat. Nope, definitely just 2. Or 6 million. No in between. 1, 2, or 6 million.
Yep.
Yep. Oh god, the fat guy is focusing on his ass. You know what? No body shaming here. I'm fat. Although, according to my last physical, I have actually lost 10 pounds since my last checkup. So I've lost 10 pounds in 6 months.
Neat.
That's not as impressive now that I said it out loud, but it's okay.
Hey, progress is progress.
I'm clearly doing something right.
My weight basically has not changed in about 2 years.
Yeah.
Up or down.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that eventually my hormone therapy is gonna kick in, and all the weight's gonna go to my tits. But I don't know if that's even how that works.
How long did you say you've been on it for about?
6 months. Which
Okay, so
so the average time it takes before changes start getting noticeable is 6 months to 2 years. I was really hoping, after all the bullshit that happened in my life, that I've gone through, and all the trauma, that I would be one of, like, I would hoping that my second spin on the genetic lottery would have gotten me the good girl genes.
Report to the Battle Dome
Since I missed out since I missed out the first time. Nope. I seem to be in this in this for a slow ride.
Greetings, hero or
Slow time.
We
Slow.
thank you for
Slow.
choosing Pox
Slow
Airways
tits.
for your travel.
My tits are gonna be slow.
We do hope you have a pleasant flight. Sit
Well.
back.
Well,
hopefully slow tits are indeed big tits.
yeah. Hopefully I'll have big tits in 2 years.
Yeah.
Something you should know. I'm not a
Who's this guy?
I hear that. Well, the fishy boy is I don't know his name.
You look like a shark.
I haven't played this game.
He
I
looks
haven't.
like a shark.
This
Was
came
he a
out.
shark? Was he a shark guy?
He's probably a shark guy.
No, these are the mutant guys.
Yeah.
It's like a whole established universe or something.
Whoa.
Actually, maybe he is a fish. He's either
He's capitalism.
yes, he is capitalism, which would mean he probably need to be a shark then.
Oh, speaking of sharks, we got Shark Wolf, Dark Wolf in the chat. Hello.
Hey, Shark Wolf, Dark Wolf. Your name has words in it and letters.
Yeah.
Most people have letters in their name.
Some people have numbers.
Best and worst Bionicle mask power. The Mask of Undeath for both answers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mask of Undeath. It's like my favorite thing. It does nothing while you're alive, and if you happen to be wearing it when you die as your primary mask, for some reason, then you come back as a zombie. And you just live out your last mission, which will probably be killing whoever killed you.
Yeah. I kind of prefer the way that One Piece did that with the I forget what it's called, the revive fruit
What?
that Brooke ate. There's a skeleton boy. You know the skeleton boy?
No, I have only seen up to the. See, I think where I stopped watching originally was about after Chopper was introduced. The guy.
Oh, okay.
I think the last episode I distinctly remember watching the series in order from the start was the episode was the guy that was eating himself.
Go ahead and press the down directional button.
There's this
I
guy.
don't-
There's this guy. His fruit powers all revolved around eating.
Oh, Wapple, yeah.
Yeah, so he like vored himself and became thin.
Oh, that did happen, didn't
That
it?
was
You know what? I
weird.
completely forgot that happened.
That was weird.
Yeah. But no, there's a skeleton boy who gets introduced later, and you find out that the reason he's a skeleton is because he ate the revive fruit, which
Oh.
basically just it makes him come back after death, but like whatever state his body was in is how it will stay forever, and his spirit didn't come back to his body until long after he turned into a skeleton.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You would think that it would have. You would think it would have kicked in right as he died.
Well, no, there's a reason why it didn't. Without
Spoilers?
spoiling too much. Yeah, without spoiling too much, his soul was trapped.
Okay. So when he ate the fruit, his soul was transferred into a Horcrux.
Not quite. No, when he ate the fruit, his soul was fine, and then sometime before he died, his soul was stolen.
Into a Horcrux.
Yeah, of some description.
I hate that. I hate that I'm using a Harry Potter word. You remember what it was like, not knowing that the author of one of your favorite things hates you? Yeah. J.K. Rowling hates trans people. To anyone who doesn't know what's up.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
her.
yeah. So, some people are thinking, and this is actually this is probably not true, but it's really funny. So J.K. Rowling's attempt at writing a book that's not about wizards seems to have gone very badly, and she's just ended up writing Silence of the Lambs. Just straight up. and she was so now she's so embarrassed about it that she's basing her entire personality around transphobia. So that's pretty humorous, but whether it's true or not, she's an asshole.
Yep.
Yeah. Gina Carano is apparently also mean. Which is weird, because when The Mandalorian first came out, all the Star Wars fans, you know the ones, they really hated her and her character. And now that she hates trans people, suddenly they like her. I hate Star Wars fans.
See, I was kind of the opposite with her. Like, I liked her character, but now I don't know if I can like her anymore.
The good news is that I don't think I can hate Harry Potter fans as much, because it seems like most of the people defending J.K. Rowling are not actually fans of Harry Potter, and are pretending to be now that J.K. Rowling hates trans people. People were definitely fans of Star Wars before Gina Carano changed her pronouns on Twitter to beat bot boop. Yeah, she was like, she casually told someone on Twitter one day that she's been blocking people she blocks anyone on Twitter that has pronouns in their bio, because she found out it's something to do with trans people, and she doesn't like trans people, I guess. And people got on her case about that, because that's pretty fucked up. And then she was all like, okay, I talked to Pedro Pascal about it, and he explained it, and I think I get it. And then she changed her and then she put fucking R2D2 noises in her pronoun in her bio, and she's like, okay, it's fixed now. I'm making fun of you. Is that better?
Oh dear.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal is apparently the only person working on The Mandalorian who has any experience with trans people or anything. Apparently he has a non-binary sibling. So,
I mean, that's probably better than most people working on Star Wars.
Yeah, most people working on Star Wars are apparently assholes. Except for the actors. Except for Gina Carano. Gina Carano is bad. Rey's actress seems pretty cool. Finn seems cool. Obviously, Rose Tico's actress is cool. Pedro Pascal is my favorite because of the non-binary sibling. He plays the title character of The Mandalorian. So his character is the best, and he's cool.
Yeah.
He's also playing the villain in the Wonder Woman movie.
Huh.
I almost called her the Wonder Wham.
Well, that would be odd.
I keep having to turn my air conditioner back on because it's set to auto, and I need it to be set to not auto.
Okay, this game is kind of messing me up because I keep expecting to like hold the strafe button, and I can't. There is no strafe button. You just are strafing.
I just remembered to read the chat. Let's see. Gina Carano, who plays Cara Dune, the muscle lady. Every Star Wars fan hated her. I'm explaining to Arthur, who was asking.
Okay.
Yeah, Gina Carano just suddenly decided she hated trans people one day, I guess, and wants to die on this hill. Shark Wolf says Gina blocked him because he said 5 letters to her. What were those 5 letters? I am curious. I am gonna look this up. Gina Carano has not blocked me yet. Primarily because I don't think she knows I exist. Notch blocked me before it was cool. I was blocked by Notch before it was cool. And now no one can be blocked by Notch. Because he blocked life.
Ratchet, my scanners show an extremely deadly 70mm stock
Oh,
turret ahead of you.
okay.
You need
Oh, okay.
immediately. You will have to use an EMP to take them
All
down.
Shark Wolf did was
Your
tweet
bot
the
will
word
toss out an EMP
gross.
by pressing the left directional button.
And she blocked it. I'm fairly certain she's heard worse than that by now, but oh god. I'm reading context now. Yeah, so Gina Carano is just all around a bad person.
Automatically upgrade your dreadnought weaponry and
She's like,
improve your maximum nanotech level.
open up your businesses and churches. Put whatever regulations you want, but do it to don't. COVID-19 and something.
Hmm.
Oh my god. I don't even go to church, but I sure would now. I don't even go to church, but now that I can't, I'm bitching about it. What the hell?
Sharko from the chat says, apparently the controls are very different, but once you get used to them, it's hard to go back. Yeah, you know, that's probably true, but I feel like later games are more similarly to control to like Ratchet 3 and 2, so I don't know.
Oh,
Would it be weird to play this game with its lock strafe controls and then go back to like, you know, the third-person controls in the later games?
Hey Chip, apparently you responded to this tweet about COVID-19 in churches.
Oh yeah, I think I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said something about like, if God is everywhere, why you gotta go to church?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why you gotta do it?
Christian fundamentalists will tell you that God can see you masturbating, but insist that you have to go to church because that's where God sees you. I don't understand. Does God just only have cameras in bathrooms? Like you can
Pray in your bathroom then.
like public schools in the UK. Apparently schools over there are putting cameras in the bathroom.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, they're actually doing it, so
Oh dear.
good times. America, England, same thing. They're both shit.
Omega mods. What does it mean by Omega mods? How is that different from a regular mod?
Oh fuck! J.K. Rowland's selling transphobic T-shirts now. Isn't that fucking great?
Oh dear.
Transition equals conversion therapy. What the hell?
Oh jeez, that's not a good. Don't do that.
It's just the buttons that say trans women are men in cursive.
Oh god, no. Jesus, no. What?
Fucking trans flag button that says trans men are my sisters. God.
What the hell?
And then one that just says fuck your pronouns and it's not even decorated cleverly. Like, god damn it.
Oh no.
J.K. Rowling, why is this your brand now? You made Harry Potter, which you currently own. Like,
God, she's just
goddamn.
digging that trench deeper and deeper.
like before all this she fucking she retained the full rights to Harry Potter. She continues to she made as much bank off of Harry Potter as George Lucas did percentage wise. Star Wars, I mean.
Yeah.
She fully profits off of Harry Potter. She doesn't need to be doing this. She can just shut the fuck up.
But she just hates trans people so much.
She just hates trans people so much. Oh my god, there's more!
Oh no. No more, please.
A button that says XX female in parentheses. It's a 2 X's and then in parentheses it's sexist. Trans
what was
ideology erases women. Lesbians don't have penises. Female biology is not an identity. Trans activism is misogyny. I don't even know what this one means. It's something about cotton sealing is rape.
Yeah, I don't really know what that one means either.
What does that one mean? Don't call me
emo-
cis with a cross with one of those circles with a cross in it. I don't know what that. I don't know what that's called, but you know what I mean. Is that thing?
Yeah.
God damn! I'm retweeting all of these. This is bullshit.
Immortal Z-Man in the chat says, at least that new Harry Potter game won't give her royalties. Oh,
No,
have they said? Because I'm not sure about that. Cause...
No. Yeah, the deals she's made with Harry Potter are very good. And even if she doesn't get money directly from it, it's still advertising product that she does own. The profit might still. It's like people don't let video games that they won't profit off of be made off of their property for no reason. It's all advertisement for shit.
Yeah, because I know the creators of that game have said, like, we don't want to be associated with J.K. Rowling.
Of course they do! Like, they were probably contractually obligated to start advertising the game now, and they're not thrilled that the owner of their IP just suddenly decided to bomb her own career.
Yep.
Dear God, this is terrible. I'm very conflicted that Lego makes toys of this shit, Harry Potter. I'm very conflicted about that. I'm not happy about any of it. Anyway, what have I been happy about lately?
What's good in the world?
That's a good question. I've mostly just been feeling better in general. Was feeling really depressed last week, and now I'm not feeling as depressed. But everything is depressing, so I guess that just means I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there real good with stuff. Everything's bad, but I'm okay.
So, I think the one thing that I miss most in this game compared to like the previous Ratchets is the crouch button and like what's it called? The thing where you move. Jumping side to side. You can't jump side to side. You can only just like jump. It's weird. I don't like it. I feel like I can't dodge attacks properly.
Apparently, the United States disowned in New York City.
Don't try any of this at home.
Oh.
Go to a friend's house.
Yeah, no one's quite sure what the hell that's going on with that.
What does that even mean?
The Department of Justice has apparently ruled New York City as an anarchist state.
Why?
Because protests.
Were they protests for good things or bad things?
Obviously, they're protests for good things, because this administration doesn't like protests for good things. They only like protests for bad things, which are also happening. God, it's all bad. Apparently Snapchat has an anime filter.
Yeah, I've tried it out. It's horrifying. It does not work very well. No, it might work better for you.
Works better. It works well for some people. Does Snapchat have a desktop app? Because I don't know if I can use it on this phone.
I think it's only on phones, unfortunately.
I hate it.
Yeah. I really hate the way some things are just like that. Like Instagram. You can't post to it on desktop unless like you trick the website into thinking you're on a mobile phone.
Oh right, I can do that. I don't have too much effort. I lost my train of thought.
Harvey Cup says, "Will you stream the Sly Cooper games?" That might be interesting to do at some point. I don't own any of them, but I could try and track it down.
Like that's ever gonna stop us from just capitalism is a nightmare. Pirate everything.
As Team Darkstar continues
I mean,
to
yeah,
work
but I
capital,
don't even have like pirated copies of them right now, so you know.
and eventual dying. In the unlikely event
Download
they
days.
they'll take control of the big, bad, and burly walking armored tank called the Landstalker. Good luck, kids.
Immortal Z-Man says he has a vendetta against Snapchat. I want to hear about
All
this.
3 nodes to extend the bridge.
I mean, agreed, but what in particular about Snapchat irks you?
Cats.
But cats are good.
I like cats.
Team Darkstar is walking on top of a giant
Z-Man didn't say anything about cats. I just randomly said cats. I felt like saying cats. Cats are good.
Okay, my guns are more powerful. That's
Fox has
good.
designed his weapons to gain experience as you
But I
use
still
them,
can't dodge
which
for
allows
shit.
them to be upgraded. Upgraded weapons not only do more damage, but can be modified. Ratchet, if you want to extend the bridge, use the node crank.
Folks, just a reminder, tomorrow is Kick Your Best Friend in the Pants Day. Free popcorn for everyone who participates.
I did.
Well, maybe you should try. Maybe you should have made better life choices.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Okay, let's see. Is there anything I can do up here? No, there's not. Okay.
Stop, birds. No, there it is. I changed my Discord status because my partner just messaged me, and we're streaming. Up, Shark. Someone just said they gotta go. Arthur said they gotta go.
Folks, I hope everybody's
Damn you, time zones! Why can't everyone just live in the same time zone? Why can't all of the universe just collapse in on itself so that everyone lives in the same place?
If only. If only.
If only. That happened in Dice Funk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was telling you this current season of my favorite D&D podcast, Dice Funk. It's a post-apocalypse based on a setting called Dark Sun. It takes place in an endless desert, and there's a shit ton of One Piece references somehow. But also, what got me talking? What got me? What am I talking?
I don't know.
Ah, shit.
Enemies appear red
What
on
were we
the
talking
radar.
about? Something.
Allies appear green.
Something.
Challenge objectives
I'm sure we
appear
were.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, there was a reason I brought this up. There's a reason I brought this. Ah, right. The world ended. It's a post-apocalypse. All of the entire the entire multiverse has collapsed in on itself. The D&D multiverse. There's only one playing now. Yeah. That happened in the previous season.
Oh, I could feel that one from in here.
There's continuity. But no one cares. From the perspective of the characters in the show, it is just how life is. Who cares why it's like this? Who cares? This is life.
Yeah.
Yep. But the point is, I think everyone lives in the same time zone. I mean, there is a planet that everyone lives on, so I guess not. There's a day-night cycle.
But what if it's always the same time?
It's
Even on that.
always desert.
It's always morning somewhere.
Always has been.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's always the same time everywhere. Doo doo.
Oop.
It's always 5 o'clock all the time. Jesse Man acknowledges that it would be weird living in the same time zone as everyone. It certainly would be.
You can expand your map at any
It
time.
would be weird at first, but you get used to it.
Yeah. Is there? Someone asked everyone where everyone lives.
Breton.
I live in America, which is steadily becoming a nightmare.
Will the person
It's
driving a
been a nightmare for a long time. Might have always been a nightmare. I wish I could wake up.
Oh, do I have to do that whole mission over again? No. Oh, at least I can get a new weapon. It looks like a bomb. Bombs? Oh, okay, I don't have to do the whole thing again. Just like some of it.
Everybody in the world is a cat. Somebody in the world is a cat. Everybody. Started following someone because their avatar was cute and they're a furry and they're cute, but they're a trans person and they just got a vagina. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I want a vagina.
Congratulations, trans friend, furry person.
Yeah. Oh no, we're not friends. I just followed them on Twitter.
I think that counts.
Although I'm great, so if I tried to talk to them, we would probably become friends. But I'm also anxiety. I am anxiety incarnate.
Oh.
Yes. Although I'm friends with a lot of people that I didn't think I've ever actually talked to. So I must have talked to somebody at some point. I got all these friends, and I don't know where they came from. I like it. I like it though. I like having friends that I don't have to work for. It's the best. You just wake up and suddenly you got friends, and they're hot, and they're all hot.
Some good news. Each time your weapon
Yay.
upgrades, it unlocks
Sexy
a new
friends.
weapon modification slot for you to use. Lombax is terminating with
What's tickling you?
prejudice.
So apparently,
We are out of range.
the sales of the Xbox One X have just ranked up 747% on Amazon.
Overhead. Jump towards it and hold down the fire button.
And
And
the same tweet that brings this to my attention says that I wonder how. So basically, this guy here, he's got a name. I retweeted him. Xbox One X sales rank is up 747% on Amazon low. Wonder how many people bought an Xbox One X instead of an Xbox Series X. And there's a quote, and the quote tweet that I've retweeted: "Whoever had the idea to call the second PlayStation just PlayStation 2 deserves an award."
Yeah.
Because Xbox has just been committed to naming every sequential console something worse and worse every year. We didn't think they could outdo themselves. We didn't think they could outdo themselves after calling their third console the Xbox One. But then they
But
did
they
it.
managed.
They managed to make it even more confusing. And they have doubled and even tripled down on it. Because there is an Xbox One X and there is also an Xbox Series X, and they're both
And
different.
an Xbox One S and an Xbox Series S as well.
They're different ones. They're different ones.
Oh, dear.
Okay, Jesse man. Okay. Okay, Jesse man.
Can't wait for the Xbox Triple X. Hell yeah, Shark Wolf.
This all-terrain mech of destruction comes
That
fully
one will
loaded
have
with
tits.
power steering, AC, jumbo-sized drink holders, and enough plasma
You know there's a
motors to
game
take out a
about
small
Xboxes
star
with
system.
tits.
Team Darkstar's not out for a Sunday drive today, folks.
It's called
They'll be blazing a
Hyperdimension
trail right into the
Neptunia.
center of the catacomb
I don't know if it's good or
below.
not. Let's see, what do we got? Move, rotate, jump, sidestep, fire guns, charge mortars, release mortars. Oh, that's a lot of options.
Ratchet, you will have to use the Landstalker's mortars to destroy those quasar orbs.
I think I should probably do a mortar on this one. Oh, hello.
Jesse, I've got news for you. No trans person would actually want to date you with that attitude. Stop,
Oh, no, did I say something?
stop saying things like this. I like you. I don't like being angry at our viewers.
Harvey is chip trans as well. Yes, I am. Hello.
Yes. Be more specific. Are you? What kind of trans are you?
I am non-binary, female-leaning, so she, her, or they, them.
Yeah. Yep.
Team Darkstar is breaking this place.
And I am trans. She, her. There might be more to that, but I don't feel like talking about it right now.
Rampage with the Landstalker. Oh, I can't
Well, as far as the viewers are
Don't question
concerned,
it!
you are a girl.
Yes.
You can drive over a vehicle pad at any time to repair vehicle damage.
Yep.
Oh god, who's shooting me? Who's shooting me? Oh, there's
Yep.
a thing right above me.
I didn't think my life could get any more complicated, but then I found something else to make my life more
I wonder if
complicated.
the Landstalker's stick or auto.
Magazine attack increased! Huzzah!
Yes.
It's not so maximum now, is it? Because it can be increased.
Yeah, I think you can upgrade to like 100 in this game. I think that's the case for most Ratchets. You start at 10 and you go up to 100.
Mortal Z-Man says he didn't know what non-binary meant until a week ago. Everyone learns something. I don't want to shame anyone for not knowing things.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It's the system's fault for not educating people.
Exactly.
So there are people that think that trans people just started like years ago. And this is a completely new thing that sprung out of nowhere. Even though there's records that there have been trans people for thousands of years. One of the Egyptian pharaohs, there's evidence that they might have been trans.
To complete this challenge. In other words,
I don't know what that even means, but they did it.
Yeah. I like Egypt.
Yeah, I like Egypt too. I like how much research Kazuki Takahashi tried to do into it. He tried.
Yeah, he did some. He did some, like the onions, the garlic thing, rather.
Garlic.
Ratchet was a tough.
He tried.
What kind of cookie would he be?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Tried.
with Snickerdoodle.
That's cute. But for anybody who doesn't know in the chat, there's an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where one of the characters in ancient Egypt just chews on some raw garlic, and I was like, that's strange. So I looked it up, and apparently that's a real thing that people did in ancient Egypt. They thought it would like ward off evil spirits if they had garlic breath.
Star is in
Yeah, I just cannot get over. I just cannot get over how much research they did into some things, but not other things.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so one of the gods having a name that makes no sense would have made sense. So one of the god cards is named Obelisk the Tormentor. Obelisk is the name of a type of building built as a monument. It's a big tower. It's common in Egypt. The United States has one. It's the Washington Monument. So basically, Yu-Gi-Oh named a god Washington
excellent
Penis
work, Ratchet.
Tower,
I must
the
admit,
Tormentor.
I was worried.
That's his name. His name might as well be Washington Penis Tower. Now,
Oh, apparently,
okay,
apparently Immortal Z-Man's aunt is an Egyptologist. That's neat.
that's awesome. Don't
Well
tell
done,
her
Ratchet. You have completed
about
your first
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Red Zone campaign and won a medal.
Yes.
If she doesn't know about Yu-Gi-Oh, do not let her. She will be mad.
Ratchet will race to beat
Harvey
the clock.
says, wait, is this a gamer girl stream? Why can't I lay you thousands of pounds or dollars?
Well, you can on our Patreon.
Yeah.
I think that still exists.
Yeah. Soon as I've been on hormone therapy for 6 months now. Doesn't seem to have made a whole lot of changes, but it'll get there, and I am totally gonna whore myself out when I get hot.
Hell yeah. I already whore myself out, and I'm not even hot yet.
Yeah. As soon as the titties drop, the titties are gonna drop all over the place.
Yeah. You're gonna be picking them up off the floor for weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go from not posting selfies at all on Twitter to posting selfies all the time. And they're gonna be face selfies and boob selfies and butt selfies and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Might even start doing face cam streams and get banned off of Twitch. Or partnered on Twitch. One or the other. One or the other. They can't seem to make up their minds. Yep. But no, I am on SSI, and for whatever reason, that means I'm not allowed to make any money other than SSI. So if someone gives me money and I let that slip to a government official, it's like, I have a friend that let me borrow money, and that's how I bought these tits. Then they'll be like, okay, no more SSI for you.
You know, sometimes I think I should have taken that job on
I don't know why. Kind of locks me out of ever wrenching myself out of this hole I'm in. Because there is no entry-level job that I could get that would pay me more than SSI. So I have no incentive to actually get a job.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of the same with me on, well, whatever it's called in the UK. I forgot what it's called. Job Seekers Allowance.
Yeah, so it's fine, though, because I don't think I could even work a job. I pass out when it's hot. And that's not usually a problem. Unless I'm using my brain, I guess. Or putting out any effort and roll into anything.
Take out as many enemies as you can.
'Cause right now, all I'm doing is focusing on the stream and talking about it. And talking a lot. And
Yeah.
I am mistaken. Let's see.
Apparently on testosterone because puberty didn't work? Huh.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You mean cis people can just not go on puberty if they feel like it?
Apparently.
They get all the luck. But no, jokes aside, that's horrible. That puberty didn't work.
Red Zone started out
Yeah,
with two
yeah.
Obviously, being a trans person, I relate.
and the rest is
Puberty. I got the wrong puberty. I didn't sign up
Yep.
for this. And you just didn't get any puberty, but I bet you still had to pay for it. Oh wait, oh wait, cis people don't have to pay for puberty.
Well, anyway.
I don't know how to be sympathetic for this. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best though.
I hope it's going well for you now, Harvey.
I mean, have you seen what hormone injections, what hormone injections and pills and therapy and shit can do? Like,
Oh yeah.
some of these people go through it's like, god damn.
Yeah. Oh, I failed the challenge. What was the challenge? Why did I fail? I don't know. I'm
Okay,
not paying
Harvey,
enough attention to the game.
Okay, Harvey understands my sticking my foot in my mouth and says that it's okay. This is good. This is good. Yeah, worse. Yeah, wrong puberty is worse than none at all because you can just take the medication. We fully have the ability to medically control puberty now, and we aren't using it. Why aren't we using it? puberty blockers should be mandatory for all children until they decide what gender they are.
Juanita, but where does that leave Red Zone, huh?
But fuck, I'm so much happier if I had just been given the option. Hey, do you want titties? Here you go. Here are your titty pills.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Yeah.
But no, instead of the socialist utopia that all the Republicans are afraid of, we get the dystopia where not New York. California is literally Blade Runner right now. Let's see, don't they consider transgender operations cosmetic?
In the UK, a lot of them, yes. There are some which are covered by the NHS, but I think facial feminization isn't. I think.
Yeah, there is some recent stuff about it.
Yeah. There's also a big petition going on at the moment to get a lot of that legislation changed. Which, by the way, anybody watching, if you are a UK resident and you support trans people, which I hope you do, please look up that petition and sign it. It's on my Twitter. It's on a lot of people's Twitter. Just search up UK Gender Recognition Act petition. You'll find it. Do not sign it if you're not a UK resident, though, because they will track that and they'll try and use it to cancel the whole petition.
Yep. Oh, but apparently if you don't like trans people and you're not British and you sign it, they'll be fine with that. It's all just bias.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you can, share it around.
Politics are a lie. All we can do is fight for it and hope for the best. Bernie Sanders was apparently the only politician this election cycle who even mentioned trans people. And yeah. He's gonna make trans affirmation surgeries what's the word? Free?
That would be nice.
Yeah. No, pretty much everyone I see on Twitter who says, I got my surgery, it was great, they had to do a fundraiser for it. Why do I have to pay for titties? No one else has to pay for titties. Well, some people do, but
there's a difference between having titties and wanting them different, and just not having titties and being distressed about it.
I need titties.
Yeah.
I like trans and hate J.K. Rowling before it was cool, Harvey says.
Hell yeah.
I think I had a reason to hate J.K. Rowling before, but I have memory problems, and this is all I know anymore about her other than Harry Potter. She is two things to me. She is Harry Potter and transphobia. That is all she is. That's all she apparently wants to be.
Yep.
I don't know why anyone would want that to represent them, but we got celebrities that literally put insults about trans people into their bios instead of their fucking pronouns.
Oh man, these guys are hot.
Beep boop.
Feel that, Juanita?
Beep boop.
Kelly Marie Tran was chased off of Twitter or Instagram, some social media.
Yeah.
Kelly Marie Tran was chased off of Twitter because people hated the character she played in Star Wars so much. Apparently, all she had to do to get people off her back was say beep boop, pronouns are dumb. These people make me...
hello, Mr. Artaka. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Artaka. I'm complaining about Star Wars and Harry Potter and everything else I used to love. And America. I used to be really big into America. And then
I went to America once.
then I grew out of it. Just about everybody does that.
Yeah.
A trans hot take. How do you feel about guys, dudes, and bros as neutral terms? People that I'm comfortable around can use those words around me. People I'm not comfortable around cannot.
Yeah, I'd say I'm about the same.
Yeah. They are not neutral terms, but I recognize that some people think they are, and I like some people, so some people can use those words. UK is way more messed up than America, says Jesse Ann.
In terms of transphobia, yes. In terms of a lot of other things, no.
I mean, like, America and UK just play hot potato with who's the worst country.
Yeah.
Like Boris Johnson is literally just a living parody of Donald Trump.
Yep.
And Donald Trump is also a parody of Donald Trump. So, like, the only reason I say Boris Johnson is the living parody is because his hair is messier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I honestly can't tell which of them is the bigger joke.
They're both pretty bad.
Who let this happen? Who let the world happen?
The world.
The world!
There is a platypus.
Harry the platypus! If I had a nickel for every trans girl I know who likes Bionicle as an adult, I would have infinity nickels, which is weird, and it happens so much. I have never watched Phineas and Ferb. That's what it's called. I was about to say Perry the Platypus.
Yeah, I haven't watched much of it either, actually. I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes.
I
maybe.
have seen a lot of clips of it, and I really
Same,
want to
same.
get into it, but it's so hard to get around to things. The only reason I'm rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh! Is because my friends are doing a podcast and I wanted to be involved, and also I really like Yu-Gi-Oh!
So what you're saying is we should do a Phineas and Ferb podcast.
I don't know. This was like I've rewatched Yu-Gi-Oh! Like 3 times, so this is a really easy thing for me to do. Like apparently Liam is apparently doing a mini podcast about Evil Dead for October, and I don't know if I'm part of that or not.
I'm not part of that. I
was under
may
the
have
impre-
insinuated that I was before, but no, I'm not.
I was under the impression that I was going to be part of it too, and I don't know if I'm not okay with that, because on the one hand, if I am part of it, then that's cool, because then I'll have a reason to watch things, and if I'm not part of it, then cool, I get a vacation. I'm not going to push it. These people have very flat faces.
Yes, they
What
do.
the hell is that, Bionicle?
It's trading cards.
Who promoted Onua to a toe of light?
Me.
Oh, fuck! It is trading cards.
Yes.
Why is it? What? Are we watching in-universe commercials?
Yes. I think that's kind of like half the point of this game is that we're on a TV show and it has commercials between levels.
On today's episode, Team Darkstar has been dropped onto the hellish
Okay, so I just had the greatest and/or worst idea ever. You tell me which it is. A reality TV show where you can have your brain implanted into a robot body, but you have to go through a kick-ass obstacle course, and you don't have to pay for the operation if you win. That's the way it's marketed, but obviously if you consent to be on this show, then your shit's covered either way. They're not gonna not pay All right, well, you lost, and our ratings are through the roof, but you still have to pay for this thing now. No. Oh shit. I mean, I would kind of sign up to be on a kick-ass robot show if I got to be a robot and kick ass.
Yeah, same.
Only if I got to look like Courtney Gears after.
I mean, that is a good goal. Yeah.
It is a good goal. Yeah. Or during, you know, the TV show thing.
You can order a bot to hack into one
Yeah.
of those
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on this season of Robo Survivor, our contestant Josephina, she wanted to look like some dumb bimbo from some game with furries in it. I don't fucking care.
Hey, boss.
Yeah, that the actual announcer for a reality show will have so little interest in the cool robot action. Like, yeah, we're basically implanting laser guns into people, and I don't care. I'm very enthused about it, but I have a tone, but the tone of my voice implies differently. My life is a living hell. This is a very strange show that I'm making in my head.
Yep, sure is.
If we reach a singularity before I die, I vow to do that. One day I'm gonna be rich and powerful and immortal, and I'm gonna do a reality show where meatbags can sign up, become a cool robot, and they have to go through an obstacle course, and then they get to keep the robot.
Hell yeah.
Oh, right. Who's your favorite Bionicle? Someone asked in the chat. Their favorite is Kutaka. Vizon. Well,
Yeah,
it was Vizon. It was Vizon. Lately, I've decided it's Rudaka.
I really like Lee Khan. He's cool.
Yeah, he's cool too. But Rudaka don't.
True.
Okay, that was Harvey that asked that.
My trigger finger's getting itchy.
And let's see. Oh, Immortal Z-Man says the TV show network in this game is a parody of Fox.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Who is your favorite Doctor on Doctor Who? Harvey says Tennant.
Tennant's pretty good, yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to say Capaldi.
I haven't seen much of Capaldi.
My favorite Doctor was Eccleston, but he only did one season. I wanted more of him, and I was really disappointed that apparently the BBC treated him really badly, and he refused to have anything to do with Doctor Who again for like years and years. He only signed a release to have his likeness featured in comic books around the time of the 50th anniversary, and he's only recently signed up. They're going to be doing Ninth Doctor audio dramas on Big Finish, which is awesome. Capaldi is the first Doctor, because like Tennant and Smith were very fun, happy, lighthearted Doctors, you know.
Yeah.
And Eccleston was like really dark and gritty. And Capaldi's like a back to basics, grumpy old man who's sometimes really cool. Like basically the ideal old person. Yep, he's really cool. And now the Doctor's got tits, so yeah.
Yeah. Jodie Whittaker.
Jodie Whittaker. Sorry, I Doctor Who does this thing where it takes so long to air for new episodes to come out that I forget everything about the show until it starts running again, and then suddenly I remember everything. Let's see. Mr. Artaka says, so you want an extremely pissed off John Romero is what I think I implied.
Maybe?
Maybe. Dark Wolf points out that Peter Capaldi has attack eyebrows.
He does.
Yes. Yes. The first appearance of Peter Capaldi as the Doctor on Doctor Who was a shot of his eyebrows in the 50th anniversary special. Which makes very little sense. Because that was an 11th Doctor story that just happened to have previous Doctors in it. So I'm very confused where the 12th Doctor showed up. I thought there was going to be an episode of Doctor Who that took place from the 12th Doctor's perspective of this episode, but they threw that right out the window. The Doctor just woke up one day and he was on Gallifrey. And it was my favorite episode until literally that moment.
An alpha mod can only be equipped onto a single weapon at a time.
It was my favorite episode until literally that moment. It was the episode where the Doctor's just in a spooky castle and he's alone, and there's a spooky monster, and he's got to tell it secrets. And he's fighting weird stuff, and then he finds out he's caught in a time loop, sort of. And he's been here for billions of years. He's got to punch through a diamond wall. And he does. Because he's caught in a time loop. And he's been there for billions of years. It's not actually a time loop. So the Doctor, there's a teleporter. And the teleporter has a copy of the Doctor, because that's how teleporters work. They're actually just cloning machines. And so basically the Doctor ends up dying at the end of dying in order to punch this wall of diamond a couple times, and he has to reactivate the teleporter and repeat the entire cycle. And there's no way he can break the cycle. He just has to keep punching through the wall until it's punched. And the best part of it is that from his perspective, it's not actually taking 7 billion years. So it's pretty funny. But also, this is big mood. This is big mood. My life feels like that sometimes. It's like everything you do is the same. You just gotta keep punching at the wall until it stops being a wall. Anyway, so then the Doctor punched through the wall and ended up on Gallifrey, and I just go, oh god damn it. God damn it, Doctor Who, you made your best episode and then immediately the ending happened and it was worse. Best worst Doctor Who villain / enemy. Best is the Cybermen?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They just want to turn everyone into cool, shiny robots.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Indeed.
It's one of the few times in science fiction where the goofier the costume looks, the more terrifying it is.
Yeah.
I think the 10th Planet Cybermen, the one that looks like he's weird, the ones that look like they're wearing a fucking ski mask with cardboard glued to it and fucking laundry machine. It looks ridiculous. And then you realize, oh wait, it looks like that's a person. A person got turned into that. Oh dang. Good body horror element. Yep. Oh, and it's not like the Borok where the all trace of what once was is gone. No, that's still that person in there. Just their emotions are gone. It's still them in there. It's just not. It's fucked up. I love it. Worst has got to be the Zordwok. that's pretty obvious. Or the sleep monsters from the Sleep Monster episode. That sucked. I can't believe they made a worse episode of Doctor Who than the fucking Absorbaloff. They did it.
I don't even know what the Absorbaloff is.
It was an episode that was written by the fans, which just makes it worse.
Oh, yeah, that does sound pretty bad.
Okay, no, the episode was about Doctor Who fans, and the monster was designed by a Make-A-Wish child. Or wait, no, not by a Make-A-Wish child, by a child. I don't remember if it was for a contest. It was for a contest. Yeah, so it was the episode is a Dr. Light episode, so the Doctor's not even in it. The episode was so there's a group of people who are like, hey, this guy, the Doctor, is neat. We should find him. And as with most conspiracy theorists, they don't actually spend a lot of time looking for the Doctor. They mostly just hang out. And it's pretty fun until the monster shows up. And the monster is just a big fat guy who eats people with his butt. Oh, and their face, he doesn't eat people, he absorbs them. So their face is on his skin, and it's real gross. And then the Doctor turns a woman into a blowjob machine at the end.
Do you remember that episode? There was a thing where like people they got this miracle weight loss drug or something,
Oh, yeah,
and it turns out that it just turned their fat into little alien boys.
Yeah, and there's a scene where the bad guys really want an army real fast, so they just flip a switch that turns all of their fat into babies, instead of just the fat they don't want.
Yeah, that sure was an episode.
I would definitely consent to having my excess fat turned into babies. Not all of my fat, though.
Mother used to serve Lomax brains for breakfast with eggs and
Humans
salsa.
need some of that.
Yeah.
Yikes! Remind me never to eat at your house.
Yeah, so the episode that I think is the worst is this episode where they're on a space satellite or whatever, and no one sleeps on this ship because they got a machine that... So you get it into the machine and it runs you through a power nap, and you get several days worth of sleep for only being unconscious for like 7 seconds, and that's awesome. I mean, it's a capitalist nightmare, because the only reason this machine exists is so that people can work more.
Of course.
But that's not the reason the Doctor hates it. The Doctor hates it because he thinks that people need to sleep. He thinks that sleep is good for people. Except this machine does it. They get the benefits of sleep without having to spend hours of their lives not being awake. The companion points out that the Doctor is almost never seen sleeping on screen, and has been implied numerous times to just not sleep. The Doctor says, "Oh no, I sleep, just not when you're looking."
Sure, buddy.
Sure, buddy. But yeah, so this whole time the Doctor's like complaining, "Oh, this machine, humans need sleep. It's good for them, even though this machine." There's no conflict here until suddenly there is, because the sleep machine has been harvesting sleep dust.
A double swing shot. I cannot bear to look.
Sure.
Apparently, the machine harvests the crusties from your eyes when you sleep, and they turn into sand monsters.
Wait, actually, is that what?
That's the plot, yes.
Oh my god, what? That's so weird.
That crust develops from that's not like it's just moisture plus dust plus time equals crust.
Yeah.
If the machine runs you through a 7-second power nap, how did your eyes develop enough of whatever the hell that shit is to make like a monster out of? And the suits don't look like sand people. They don't look like creatures made out of sand. They look like they'd be better suited to being plant monsters. So they don't even not got that going for them. Oh, and also this episode, it's told from a found footage perspective, which is a unique thing for the series, and they totally ruined it. And another thing that they ruined is there's a trans person in this episode playing fucking genderless robot drone guy.
Huh.
Good job. Good job, Doctor Who. You hired your first trans person, you had them play literal non-character. Good. Good. And you cast him in the worst episode of the series. Oh, and it turns out that the guy who made the robot, the machine that harvests sleep by siphoning that harvests sand from people's eyes by supplementing sleep, was also a sand monster. Somehow.
Okay.
I cannot bear to look.
Not sure how that works.
This episode make no sense. Oh, right, the chat kept going. Scariest monsters, where's the Dollhouse episode? The Dollhouse episode is cool. They were in a dollhouse, and they were dolls. Harvey Koof says, who remembers Cassandra? Oh.
I remember Cassandra.
I wish I didn't remember Cassandra.
That was, what, the second episode of Eccleston's series?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah. Yep. I think Tennant had an episode with her also. Even though she exploded.
Well, time travel.
No, apparently this one took place after.
Oh.
Yeah.
Space travel.
Yeah, her brain was fine.
I think explosions are
Where?
Her brain is stored in a jar underneath the skin sheet that she is. I don't know what the point of her is. Like, the idea is that she's the last genetically pure human.
Let's get out of this swamp.
But that doesn't really mean anything because she's had literally all of it stripped out. She's just skin and a brain.
Yep.
Which is probably why she can justify still calling herself the last human when she comes back. Oh, I guess they cloned me more skin from my brain.
In order to
The
advance
brain's
to the
got
Boulevard
DNA in
Air,
it, probably.
Team Darkstar must capture 3 control
Yeah.
nodes.
And then she tries
Remember that time... Sorry, you carry on.
She tries to steal Rose Tyler's body because she wants to be human again. Maybe you should have thought of that before you turned yourself into this. But also, like, they had to get more skin and the eyes and stuff for her. So if they could clone that stuff, why couldn't they just clone her a new body?
Science.
Oh, and then they ended up sending her back in time as her manservant but also dying. And her last words were to her past self saying, "You're beautiful." Doctor Who's a really good show, but when it's bad, it's really bad.
Yeah.
And did you know that they sold action figures of Cassandra?
I vaguely remember those, yes.
Yes. It was just obviously an immovable piece of plastic with no articulation. And no depth. Just practically a two-dimensional object. Just a frame with some gross skin on it. And guess what?
Wait,
they also sold a destroyed Cassandra variant,
Ah.
which was just the metal frame.
Two more nodes.
Just the frame, same price as an actual action figure.
Oh dear.
Dear God. This was on, Ashton's has a video series called The Worst Action Figures of All Time, where, unlike his normal videos where he just goes to dollar stores in Poundland and stuff, and just, alright, so this is what I found at Poundland this week, this shit's weird. In this series, he will go out of his way to find the worst action figures of all time. And he did one video, it was fucking Destroyed Cassandra.
Oh dear.
Dear God, Cat. I hate it.
Sure is wacky.
Cat nuns from that episode were able looking. I'm not sure what that looks like. I'm not sure.
Like Cain and Abel?
Not sure what that sounds like. What you're talking about there, Able. There's fan
I do
art.
remember the cat nuns.
There's fan art of Able from the SCP Foundation. It looks really cool. I have no idea what. I like the cat nuns.
Yeah. They're neat.
They should have gotten the cat nun. They should have gotten the animators of the cat nuns on Doctor Who to do the Cats movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would have come out well. Oh. Shark Wolf says they actually look awful. Well, they definitely look better than the Cats movie.
I haven't gone back to see the cat nuns lately.
They look better than the Cats movie.
Tell him what he's won, Juanita.
Shark Wolf says that his phone has no concept of language.
I see.
My phone doesn't have a working touchscreen.
Ah.
There are dead zones on my phone's touchscreen that I was told I could get rid of by uninstalling some apps, so I did a factory reset to get rid of the apps because I didn't know which apps could be doing it. I think it might be the apps that root my phone, which is a problem because I don't remember why I have those, and if I uninstall those, something might break. So, I don't know what to do with this situation. I want to just get a new phone, but the only conceivable way I can get a new phone is to ask someone for money, and the one person I know who is willing to give me money is like my partner, and I don't like asking my partner for money. I only want the government to give me money. I don't want to mooch off my friends. And I know that's not what it is. I should let people give me money for stuff that I want, for things. But you shouldn't have to do that. The world should take care of the people that live in it.
Yeah.
Oh, but the evil communists! No, fuck you! What's the point of the world if people can't have nice things? Everyone should have a nice phone and nice tits and food and a house.
Yeah. And that's all you need.
And you'll have to get a job and pay for it yourself if you want things like video games and shit.
Yeah. I think that sounds fair.
Just fucking accidentally got suspended on Twitter for making fun of a specific politician who's very, very, very shit.
Oh.
Just some guy, I don't even remember who the fuck he is, but he was on a tirade having everyone who told him to fuck off that day suspended off of Twitter, so the accidentally left Twitter account got suspended, and I was very upset because I love that Twitter account.
Yeah, that was a good Twitter.
Yeah, they got unsuspended recently, and that's good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, very good.
Yeah. They just post screenshots of very confused conservatives who mockingly suggest actually progressive things. I think we have it backwards. I think we should take conservatives seriously, but only when they're speaking mockingly. We should only do the opposite of anything they want. We should listen. We should listen to anything conservative have to say, and then do the opposite, because they have some really good ideas, but backwards.
Mm-hmm.
They have some really good ideas backwards. Meow.
Meow.
I'm looking at photos of trans people, and I've realized that I've let my voice slip a bit again.
Oh no.
It's very hard. It's very hard to talk. It's very hard to talk good forever.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you've really got to train your voice for a long time before it just becomes second nature.
This is why they got surgery for it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Surgery costs money.
One of his bots just went down.
Yeah.
Oh, too bad it was
I hate it.
I'm realizing that maybe setting the difficulty to the maximum possible was a bad idea.
Oh, you're a real gamer. Do it. Get good.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Gamers!
Gamers TM.
Gamers!
Gamers!
Yeah. I'm gonna check.
Oh, that's a lot of scorpions.
I'm gonna check Twitter for more things to complain about. Do you sleep half naked or no?
What an odd question.
Well, that was on Twitter.
What an odd question, Twitter.
I follow some weird people. I'm going to say ye, and then I'm going to reply with further words. Everything half naked. And
I can't sleep without my jammies, so I wear my jammies.
I can't sleep with jammies.
Oh.
I need to be cold all the time. Think of it like I have Mr. Freeze disease. Speaking of, I'm going to turn my air conditioner back on because it keeps switching off because of the automatic setting. I wish I could set it lower than 62 degrees,
He must be destroyed.
but I can't. Let's see. Harvey asks, who are the other people that stream with us usually? Liam. He is busy, I guess, setting up for his podcast that I may or may not be part of. I guess.
Yeah.
And Spidey happens sometimes. Occasionally we have Joe. Very occasionally. We have a shiny Pokemon named Jonah. We had some other friends, but we had a falling out recently.
We also have Erica.
Erica's great.
And I think that's just about everyone who's currently on the team.
Also me.
Oh, is Avery part of the team? Like, stream team?
That's not what I said, but I don't think I've ever heard Avery speak.
Okay.
I said
I know they're on the.
I said and
mod
also
team.
me.
Run, Ratchet, run!
Me twice.
Yes.
Yes.
Dragonuva can like come on whenever they want, and also Swirt too.
Basically, anyone on our server anyone on our Discord server can just ask.
Yeah, pretty much. we're pretty chill about just having people on.
We're very chill, unless you're transphobic.
Yeah, in that case, please leave.
Please leave all of life. Now I need to figure out who this person is that I just told that I'm always naked. Well, I like tits, so who cares?
Come on! Will somebody just kill this
Yeah,
man
so
already?
I get sick when it's hot, and I have a very low threshold for hot. So I basically only wear clothes when I'm in public. It's just bra and underpants for me all the time. And apparently, I still sweat a lot. So that's fucking great. What is your Discord server? And if it's not too much trouble, is it non-private? Yeah, we have a public Discord server. It's in the. It should be in the chat. It's not. It's not in the description. Okay, hold on. I don't think YouTube lets us post links.
Oh. I think it's bit.ly/beavercord. I think is the short.
That's too many
one we've
letters.
got.
That's too many letters.
That is a lot of letters.
I'm gonna post. I'm gonna post my Twitter username, Twitter QSKSW, and you look that up, and then there's a link tree in my pinned tweet that doesn't do anything. Oh God.
Oh.
What is life? I'm gonna try to post. Wait. The Discord server is anything. Yeah. Okay. Trees. I'm gonna post a tree in the chat and see if it works. Hey, it worked.
Nice.
Okay, but that's not the Discord link. That's the tree link. Discord!
I'm howling at the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon.
Yeah. Discord, I'm howling at the moon. Immortal Z-Man says they're on the server, but they're mostly a lurker. That's okay. I own the server, apparently, but I am also mostly a lurker. I don't talk to people much. I mentioned I'm anxiety incarnate, did I not? Yeah. I'm just a swirling mass of anxiety and tits. Mostly anxiety. My tits aren't good yet. Terraria has a gender swap potion. That's pretty neat. I wish real life had a gender swap potion.
Yeah, that would be nice. Oh no, I'm out of ammo in most of my guns.
There's this weird guy. There's this weird doctor scientist guy. Okay, Boom Beach is what it's called. I've been seeing clips of this thing called Boom Beach, I guess, on Twitter, and I only just now found out that's what it is. It's a combat strategy game, and there's a weird scientist guy who is weird.
And yeah, Immortal Z-Man in the art channel, yeah, just post art.
Looks like he
unless
has
porn, yes, good point.
So it looks like he has Nazi armbands, and the clip that I keep seeing is him saying, "I hope no one looks at my plans while I'm sleeping." And then he has a vanilla envelope. He has a folder, and he puts it on a desk, and then he goes to sleep. And then he comes out of the folder.
Each Jet 20 passes earns him a few extra
Oh no!
Oh.
It turns out he's in the folder, but also not.
What does it even mean?
What does it even mean?
What's the next one? Oh, it's over there.
It means someone on a mobile app had way too much fun developing the cutscenes for this game. Because I'll tell you something, I do not give a shit about this mobile game, but this Nazi scientist dude is hilarious. Yeah, he's my favorite Nazi scientist since Paradox and Steven Universe.
Good old Paradox.
Yeah. When she first debuted, the fandom thought she was like Darth Vader. By the end of the show, she's basically a house cat.
She is a triangle.
About halfway through her character arc, she's basically a house cat.
Yep.
And then she ends up as Kamina from Gurren Lagann.
Yep.
Caper Shark 497 says, "This is also Harvey logging onto MU Game Channel, so I can click the Discord link lol."
Dread Zone has unleashed an
I'm confused by that everything, but okay.
They'll have to destroy them all before time runs out.
I'm just on Twitter looking up looking up stuff to complain about. Because I don't do a whole lot with my life, so what else am I going to talk about? Let's see.
I wonder if the Landstalkers stick or auto.
Okay.
If you pull this one out, I will shave this gorgeous head of hair.
State of emergency declared for Louisiana Metro Police Department ahead of expected announcement on the case of Breonna Taylor. Breonna.
Nice. It's amazing what they can do with hair
So
these days.
they made a decision about a case involving a person they killed, or that killed a person. A cop killed somebody, and they made a decision, and they have preemptively decided to declare a state of emergency because they are aware that people will not like their decision, but they have made it anyway. Can we please start the revolution?
That would be nice.
For God's sakes! They know we'll get mad, and they do it anyway. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, here it is. Officers involved in the shooting death of
What a match,
Breonna
folks.
Taylor.
I know I wasn't expecting that outcome. Ratchet has moved.
See, I got
up in the
confused
rankings,
because it looked like
surpassing
Breonna
Mustachio
Taylor
Furiosa,
might have been
illustrious
the
Lana,
cop that did the
and
shooting,
Mailbag.
but that doesn't seem right. 'Cause the cops don't normally kill their own.
I have checked your
That
rankings,
seems to be
Ratchet.
the only time they ever care about murder.
To
Who the
advanced
fuck is
planet
Breonna
Chronos.
Taylor? So many people are killed every day that I keep forgetting who they are. There's so many people that die. Why do they keep doing this? Why do they keep doing this?
Mortal Z-Man says, am I the only one thinking the scorpions is Nui Jaga? Yeah, they do kind of look like that. I mean, you know, being scorpions.
God, I'm just so confused because she looks like she's wearing a police uniform, and that would mean that she's in the police. But she was killed by police?
And it marks Shell Shock's third extermination of this
That doesn't make
Oh.
sense.
Actually, the Omega Twins count as 2.
Good point. And
I'm
without
confused.
Shell Shock for comments. Shell
I'm
Shock?
so confused. Okay.
Quite ironic.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Actually, teenage girl.
And now for a heartwarming story and
Fatally shot some
Courtney Gears has made a remarkable recovery.
Grandma Taylor
After
fatally shot by officers
experience
with
last
miles
year when she was
blah
attacked
blah.
by two
No,
psychotic
can't
fans.
enter.
Poor girl. You know, you just hate
Hey,
to see
good
that
news.
kind
The
of
hot robot from the last game is okay.
I love Hot Robot. Oh yeah, this is the one I want to look like.
I'm sure we all would.
God damn it, can we reach? If I can't have a vagina, can I have a robot body and look like that, please? God damn it.
That'd be real nice.
The capitalists are more likely. Like, as soon as we figure out how to put people in robots, they're probably more likely to offer that for free than actual healthcare because they can turn people into slaves. I've been reading questionable content, the comic, and like apparently the robots in the thing, they have spyware in their brain.
Oh.
And it's part of the OS. And they just have to live with it.
Will they survive long enough to enter the foreboding dark cathedral?
Yep, there's a character that's going through disassociation episodes because her body got crushed. And she liked her body, and now she's in a different body, and it doesn't feel right. She tried to punch a wall in anger, and it wouldn't let her because it's very expensive. And the companies, and there's a pop-up that said, "Yeah, it looks like you're about to punch a wall. Maybe don't." So she marched right into her friend's mechanic shop and said, "Take this out of my brain right now. It's not supposed to do that. I tried to do a thing and my body wouldn't let me. That is fucked up. Oh, but it might void the warranty. Fuck you! Do it!" And then they did it. I started reading questionable content because there's a character that has titties now. They had titties before, but now they have bigger titties. Okay, so one of the robots had a really shitty robot body, but she was hot. And now she has a better robot body, and she's hotter. Yeah. And she's really open about it. First thing she did when she walked out, when she walked out to show her friends the new shit, is like she fucking took one of her friends with big tits herself and just shoved her face into her tits and said, "Yeah, big titty club."
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'd do.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure meat people doctors will tell you to specifically not do that immediately after surgery.
Well, what if you did anyway?
But just a robot transferring their brain into another robot, it's like recovery times for that's not very long. You can go ahead and do whatever the fuck you want. No, you gotta like recover when you get boob surgery.
Yeah, of course.
Or any surgery. I'm gonna have to go through a lot of surgeries. Fucking America. I have to pay for all of them.
Yeah.
Kill it! America! And the world. The whole world's America. Every country in the world belongs to America. And then how the bloody hell are we supposed to live? Yes! That's not how it goes.
Oh, I just realized, now that I'm almost done with Yu-Gi-Oh! When I am done with it, I can watch the rest of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Yep.
Yay!
Well, you already could because they haven't done season 5 yet.
Oh, okay.
I hope that Little Grebo manages to do it. He has...
Is there any indication that he will?
He has even worse medical problems than I do.
Oh dear.
Like, his anxiety is so bad that it literally can kill him.
Oof.
He has been hospitalized because of anxiety and stress. So, like, all those years that people have been ranting at him, like, yeah, you need to make episodes faster because they're funny. You've been literally killing him and making episodes take longer to make. Good job, people. Good job. Yeah, so Dragon Ball Z Abridged ended. They said that they just burned themselves out. They just can't anymore. And I get that. Dragon Ball Z's ending was arbitrary. Yu-Gi-Oh's is most definitely not. Like, Dragon Ball Z could have ended at the end of any arc of Dragon Ball Z. Like, like a lot of people just stop watching after Frieza, and that's perfectly fine.
Yep.
Like Frieza is the most well-known arc of Dragon Ball Z. Some normies don't even know that there's more to it than that. Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean,
like,
but by all accounts, it was supposed to end at Frieza.
Yeah, like, Season 5 is the backstory season of Yu-Gi-Oh! You can't just end it there at Season not 5. Like, the entire show has been about who's the Pharaoh? What's his deal? What's Washadi? What's his deal? Bakura is there.
The hell is a Bakura?
That's a good question. You know,
I watched the show and I still don't know.
the entire time we've been doing the podcast, I've been wondering why you guys keep pronouncing Bakura's name Bakura, and I realized it today while watching the show. Oh, that's how they pronounce it in Japanese.
Yeah.
See, I just mentally tune out whenever they pronounce the name Bakura and literally nothing else. I pay attention to everything else except that. Okay. No, in 4Kids they pronounce his name Bakura, and that's how I grew up with it. So that's how I go with it.
Understandable.
Bakura sounds better in Japanese than it does when you people say it. When the characters in the Japanese says it. Pretty good.
It's just whatever you grew up with.
Yep. I am avoiding talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I think this would be the best episode ever because of how much nonsense there is. Just
Yeah,
God,
I
yeah.
am very much looking forward to this next recording.
Yeah, and the best part is I remember next to nothing about Season 5, so this is practically new to me. I know I've seen the show multiple times, but I remember next to nothing about this. I remember the main plot points, and nothing else. So, yeah. So, like, the way characters were related, just like, oh shit, I didn't know that, I didn't remember that. I'm pretty sure 4Kids actually skipped over, like, a lot of this stuff, also. Because it's very violent.
Yeah, that is a fair point. There are some
It's-
things in this where I'm like, how did 4Kids do this?
They usually just don't. Like, I guess for years I thought that we didn't get to see how the Millennium items were created, and I found out we did. When I saw Dark Side of Dimensions for the first time, I was like, oh, I didn't know that character was killed by that other character. That's not right. And then I found out it is. Everything is different. I like cats. They're comfy and easy to wear. I say that a lot.
Yeah.
I say that a lot, and yet I've never actually explained why I say that.
Run, Ratchet, run!
So there was a
Why do you say that?
there was a cartoon called Hero 108. and it was a weird show. And there was a guy, he had an episode where he was like one of the protagonists, and he hung out with these talking leopards. And
Your bots can also launch
the leopards transformed into robot pants for him to wear in the climax. So he was wearing pants of cats. He was wearing cat pants. He was wearing cats because they were comfy and easy to wear. And that's really stuck with me because that's just so bizarre. Because these were not robot cats. These were not robot cats. These were not robot cats, but suddenly they were pants. And then they went back to being cats. They were not worse for wear after being worn as pants.
That is odd.
Yep. There was also a monkey man wearing a disguise of wearing cardboard boxes as a disguise because he didn't want people to know he's a monkey man, and he's like the main character's boss.
Oh,
It's weird. It was a weird show. I remember nothing about it except the monkey man and the robot pants.
let's
And
see.
the robot
Immortal
cat.
Z-Man says, I still find it funny that 4Kids okayed airing an episode of TMNT where Leonardo decapitates Shredder. Oh, okay.
4Kids was really fast and loose with what they actually did and didn't cut from stuff. Apparently, for some reason that nobody can understand, 4Kids actually did dub the Porygon episode of Pokemon.
Huh.
Obviously, they weren't allowed to air it or release it, but they did it anyway. And we'd known it, they knew that already. They had to have known for at least a year that this episode was not fit to be broadcast or released ever again, but they went ahead and wasted time dubbing it anyway. And that has never been leaked, but it's probably out there somewhere on a disc somewhere.
Yep.
There was a Who's That Pokemon segment where we got to hear what 4Kids Porygon sounds like. He sounds cool, I guess. Apparently, the official Pokemon Twitter recently tweeted, quote, Porygon did nothing wrong.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I mean, 800 people got seizures from that episode. It was like...
But it was Pikachu that did
It
that.
was Pikachu that did that. There's a reason why Porygon was blamed. But, I mean, honestly, it's a really complicated issue because on the one hand, 800 people got seizures from watching a cartoon. You can't let that happen again. But on the other hand, Porygon had nothing to do with it. Pikachu used Thunderbolt on a rocket and exploded, and it did seizures. Porygon had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Pokemon Twitter is going to capitalize on the Porygon did nothing wrong thing, but they're not actually going to put an actual Porygon in the anime again. And frankly, like, I hate it. I hate life, the universe, and everything. When I was a kid, Porygon was my favorite Pokemon. I always felt weird. Like, why is Porygon not in an episode? Did they just skip an episode? The Porygon episode? The card said it's not. There's no episode. What happened? And then I found out, oh, the episode Porygon was in was the one that The Simpsons made fun of that gave 800 people seizures, and it was never broadcast again or released, and it's banned and it's bad. And I felt bad. Like, oh no, my favorite Pokemon. hurt hundreds of people. My favorite Pokemon. I felt very bad. And then I watched the episode. And then I was angry.
My map shows that this is an excellent spot to use the Hollow Shield launcher.
Paper Shock says, have any of us played the card game recently? I assume you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I regularly play Duel Links. Like, it's about all I do with my time anymore. And apparently I'm good at it. I'm Platinum ranked in ranked mode.
Neat.
I just use a meta deck. The Shiranui fucking... They're like ghost samurais or whatever. It's very broken.
Jump onto the grind rail to
You
traverse
tend
this
to win duels very quickly if you just play specific cards. Not in combo, just specific cards. But I still end up losing because everyone else has better staple cards. Because it's not all about the monster cards, Joey. You also need to have magic and trap cards. Something I haven't seen the 4Kids dub in years. I don't remember that bullshit. I don't have Floodgate Trap Hole yet. That seems to be the card everyone uses to make my life pain. I just want gems, people! In real life, I don't have friends, so how am I going to play the card game? I'm ready to go if I ever do get around to playing the card game, because I got both of the Yugi's Legendary Dex collection. I got the box set of 3 decks based on the ones Yugi used, and the other box set of 3 decks based on the protagonists.
Neat.
Neither of these is accurate. I remember once I painstakingly made a spreadsheet of all the cards that Yugi ever used in the anime. And Konami's version of the anime decks got a lot of inaccuracies. So they may have been based on the manga ones, but they were also inaccurate to that too. For instance, there is a card called Detonate that replicates some of the effects that Kuribo seems to have in the anime that it doesn't actually have in the real game. But Yugi's decks obviously wouldn't actually have that card. So what's it doing in a Yugi deck based on a real Yugi deck? Realistically, what you would need to do in order to replicate the actual decks from the anime is make new cards with effects that make the anime do.
Yeah.
It's like Mammoth Graveyard. Well, apparently you can equip it. Apparently you can fuse it to an opponent's monster to make it weaker. Why haven't they made that into a card yet?
I'm surprised that Kuribo, at least so far, hasn't like been a thing that's explained in the story. Like, why is it so special?
So here's the thing. I don't think they do.
It just exists.
It just is.
And Yugi really likes it.
So, yeah. Kuribo is apparently one of the most important cards in Duel Monsters, but it's not really brought up.
Yeah.
To quote the memes, Iraqi forgot.
It is kind of like that.
Yeah, I don't think Takahashi has ever provided an explanation for why Kuribo and the Kuribo series are so significant to Yu-Gi-Oh! Every series protagonist has had a Kuribo-based card in their decks at some point. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, one of the first cards introduced in the series, is called Winged Kuribo. and it's Karibo wings. For Yusei didn't have a Karibo for a while, but then as a manga tie-in to the 5Ds movie, they introduced a Karibo for him called Junk Karibo. And I don't remember what it does. And then fucking Yuma has a Karibo probably. I don't give a shit. Fuck him.
And then whatever.
And then Circus Boy has a Karibo probably. I know decreasingly little about the series going forward. Like, I know a lot about GX, I know a little about 5Ds, I know next to nothing about Zexal, and then it just gets worse from there. And then we get to 7 where I actively want to punch the main character in the face.
Heating up as Team Darkstar lights up the spotlights that will
Ooh, look at me! Dueling is boring! I want to make my own stuff!
Oh, a new person in the chat, Lucas Spren, says Netflix is over. Cancelling Dark Crystal means I'm boycotting them.
Lucas Spren has been here before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Netflix has been over for a long time. God damn it, they suck. The only reason BoJack Horseman ended was because after 6 seasons, you have to start paying the staff more. So that's why shows typically end after 6 seasons. Yeah. But every network does that, and we haven't canceled all of them yet. So there is no ethical consumption under capitalism.
I tell you what. Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was telling you what. One thing that is cool that Netflix is doing is, you know, that live-action One Piece they're making.
Yeah, it's gonna have. It's gonna not be racist.
Yeah, they're actually hiring actors based on the countries that the writer says those characters come from, if they were from the real world.
That's good. Now, how does that balance out the pedophilia?
It doesn't.
Yeah, Netflix recently bought the distribution rights to a movie that won the Sundance Film Festival award for some reason. The movie is supposed to be a deconstruction on the sexualization of children in Hollywood, but, yeah, the movie kind of does the thing that it's criticizing, so it loses points for that, and since the thing that it's doing is about pedophilia, you know, it's not good.
Yeah, you really don't have to do the thing that you're criticizing to show how bad it is. Like, I don't go around stabbing people and saying, look how bad violence is.
Yeah. And then Dark Wolf says, oh, we're going there now? Okay. Like, is this the first time you're hearing about this, or are you just saying, oh, we're talking about this now? I don't really like actively talking about it.
It's not a fun topic.
It's not a fun topic. It's like the least fun topic. But you know, we mentioned Netflix, and it's the big elephant in the room.
Yeah, it would be wrong to not address it.
It's the 12-year-old elephant in the room. And Netflix tried to justify it. It's like, oh no, it won at Sundance, and it won at Sundance, and like, yeah, that just meant a bunch of rich people. A bunch of rich people also didn't understand why this was bad. For about 10 years or so, I stayed away from adaptations because I was afraid of how shit and wrong they are. I hate when adaptations of things I never even read are unfaithful. Lucas' friend says, yeah, I hate adaptations that get everything wrong, whether or not I care about the original or not.
Yeah, same.
It just hurts more when I do care about the original. The original Teen Titans cartoon was not a very straight adaptation of any Teen Titans comic, but it was a very good distillation. And then Cartoon Network made a new series of Teen Titans, and it's a self-parody of the previous cartoon, which I guess would be good if the original series hadn't ended on a goddamn cliffhanger.
Yeah, that is definitely like the point of contention that I see a lot from people is they did the original show dirty and then went to parody it rather than, you know, having a good ending and then parodying
The show
it.
had an actual ending and then had come out with a self-parody that went on longer than the original show, then people wouldn't have been upset.
Yeah.
But this is like legit, this is probably like the worst thing you can do that isn't illegal to a TV show. Like if you if you committed a crime to make the fans angry, that is about the only way you could make this situation worse.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh, I think I died.
I also think I died. The world we live in is hell.
Yep. Oh, I didn't know the Hollow Shield launcher just works. That's neat. I'm gonna throw about a bunch more of those.
Someone asked for the Discord link again. I'm going to try to post it in the chat again. We should just have a bot that posts it every few hours.
We should. That would be a good idea.
Maybe every half hour. 12 years. 6 days. 5.
Yeah. Just 5.
Oh.
No unit attached, just 5.
Let's see. Let's see. Ah, good. Good. Saw someone on Twitter, they are not trans, but their partner, or rather their ex-partner, told them that they were glad they weren't trans earlier this year.
Oh? What?
Yeah. So, their ex-partner, they are not dating this person anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, so the full text of the tweet is, "I'm glad you aren't trans," said my ex-partner earlier this year. "We're losing all the butches." Great. She's American, gender critical, an expert on most LGBT plus issues. Somehow, she thinks she's pro-trans. We haven't spoken in months. This is stupid.
Yeah.
This is stupid. The world.
Let's see, what's Lucas Bryan saying in the chat?
I want to live.
Very faithful to wildly unfaithful all the time, mostly being wildly unfaithful, the characters don't even look right. Jasmine doesn't even have green hair, Leaf is blonde, Bard is awesome though.
Yeah, they're talking about an adaptation of something I've never heard of.
Let's see.
So while I sympathize, I have no idea what we're talking about, and I don't want to.
Yeah, me neither.
And I'm sorry about that.
Ratchet's got this match on ice, ladies and gentlemen. The juice is cold, and the generic brand X gelatin is definitely jiggling.
Sorry. Every time I stop talking this stream, I have been just quietly telling myself that everything is okay and I'm not ruining every moment of my existence. That's why I've been so chipper lately. I've started talking to myself.
Well, if it works.
If it works, it works.
Yep.
My mind might be in pieces. Yep.
Anyway.
I believe it is called a median system. It's a form of dissociative identity disorder. I might be two people in my head. Yep, and I have no idea how to figure that out. But as soon as I started thinking this might be what's up, I started feeling less depressed. So I was depressed for a week, and then I started thinking, hey, what if I might be two of me in my brain? And then I started thinking, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. I seem to have two modes of being. I have an angry and I have a happy. Yep.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
But it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like a thing. But then one day, a couple of weeks ago, someone said that Skylinks was something I hadn't heard of, and I looked it up, and it's like, oh, that's a thing. Skylinks from Transformers is something called a median system. They're basically, Skylinks is just like a bunch of people who are the same people.
Oh.
So basically, like, Skylinks is one person, but he transforms into two robots. And also, they're all a bird-cat thing.
Okay.
It's weird. Anyway, I wasn't going to talk about this, but I've run out of things to talk about.
Let's see what else is new in the world.
Whoever said getting into that cathedral was easy? I did? Well,
I'm working on a comic with a friend. It's very cool. I can't tell you about it yet because it's a secret.
Ah, I said the same thing about me being that thing. That was the thing I mentioned earlier. There might be more stuff, and that's it. For years, I've thought that my brain might be split in two halves, and starting to take that as a serious option.
With an AI chip taken from a coffee machine. As a result, he is totally impervious to pain.
But I understand he makes a
It's weird.
cappuccino.
Yep. Well, weird stuff happens.
Weird stuff happens. Life's weird. You're fighting a Bionicle.
I am.
Weren't you a Bionicle at the start of this show?
I am still a Bionicle at the end of this show.
Me too. Wait, Ratchet is still a Bionicle?
Yep.
Oh shit. Are you actually living in that reality show I proposed?
Not quite. I mean,
It's like the plot of this is that you're on a reality show and you're a robot guy now.
Yeah, basically.
So was I not being original then?
No, I mean this is still pretty different. In this, Ratchet's not really a robot. He's just got a full-body robot suit, and he's not fighting to win the robot suit. He's fighting just because, like, he wants to. And well, actually, I think he's been kidnapped too.
No. I think you misunderstand. The plot of the reality show would be that you were fighting to win the robot suit, but in reality, you get the robot suit whether you win or lose, because you're in the robot already. They're not going to take you out of the robot.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is, like, in this, they literally just kidnapped him and forced him to participate in this death game show thing.
It's over. Meow, 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 meow. Video games.
Video blames.
Shackle says, unless you change your costume. Oh, you can change your costume in this game. That's right, that is a thing. I forgot about that.
Can you look like
Team Darkstar is on the final stretch. This road leads right to the gates of the Dark
Courtney
Cathedral
Gears?
of Kronos,
Sorry.
but it's chock full
Drawing a
of
blank.
twists and
Drawing a
studies that'll
blank.
make
I mean,
you
I hope so.
Let's go to the action.
Let's
That would be
see.
great.
Extras. Skins. Here we go. So we got Alpha Clank. That's a thing. The muscle. What is this? What is this person?
Ooh, stream delay has.
Oh
got me
yeah,
curious.
you're gonna see that. There he is.
Robot. What the fuck, Clank? Ratchet
That's
can look
the
like
muscle.
Clank. That guy does not look very muscular, but he's called the muscle.
Yeah. Let's see. Then we got Vernon,
Vernon.
King Claude,
Come on.
Land Shark.
How long were you
Squid
focused on the?
Sword.
How long were you focused on the muscle? What the hell?
Well, I was waiting for it to show up on the stream for you to see. Let's see, Venus. Well, I guess Venus is probably the closest we got to Courtney Gears, and I can afford that one, so
Hot. Dear
sure,
God.
let's do it.
Are these are all Ratchet, right?
I think so.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
To the cathedral.
I'm the hot one now.
I mean, I guess
Grind rail as an alternate way in.
if it was either look like this or look like any of the others, I'd probably go with this.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
there's probably some more skins that unlock as you get later in the
you
game.
could probably mix and match. I would like having robot tits, but the rest of me looks like fucking polygon with lasers. Ooh. I'm actually tweeting about this thing that I mentioned with the brain stuff now. But I have to actually look up what the hell I'm talking about so I don't look like an idiot when I talk about it.
Fair.
I don't think Wikipedia has articles on this shit. Fucking Wikipedia! Have you heard about Scottish Wikipedia?
No, I have not heard about Scottish
So,
Wikipedia.
Apparently, the Scottish Wikipedia has almost entirely been written by a 12-year-old American boy that knows nothing about the Scottish language.
Oh.
So, for years, there has been a public misconception that the Scottish language makes no sense and is just a nonsensical dialect of English. But it's an actual...
Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, so yeah, that was pretty funny. Finding out that an entire culture has just been locked out of Wikipedia for years. Because basically the administrator of the Scottish Wikipedia was just a fucking child that had never even been to Scotland or speak Scottish and
Gaelic is the language.
Fuck you, garlic! I'll speak no garlic. Venus.
Venus.
Wouldn't it be funny if your current costume / character showed up in the cutscene?
You know what? Maybe they do. I don't know.
There are some games that'll do that, like Dead Rising. All of the cutscenes, you're just wearing your costume. So like in the really dramatic cutscenes, you'll be wearing just a fucking dress and a Mega Man helmet, or a Servbot hat, or just holding a giant teddy bear, or whatever. I tried playing Dead Rising, but all of the clocks going down is very stressful, so I stopped.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, these.
The only game with a time limit that I've ever been able to play properly is Majora's Mask, but that's only because you can reset it whenever you like.
I wouldn't play it because the moon is creepy.
That too.
Yeah, it's one thing that be able to reset the timer whenever you feel like. It's another thing that the timer is a giant fucking creepy moon.
Yeah.
Just
I think it looks kind of doofy though.
It's creepy though, and the doofiness just makes it creepier.
Nah.
Especially as it just slowly gets closer and closer until it blows you up.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a website to link to that isn't Tumblr or Reddit, because people who don't take this shit seriously will make fun of me if I post a link to a Tumblr or a Reddit.
Oh man, these guys are hot. Did you feel that, Juanita?
Where do the I was today thing come from?
What?
I Was Frozen Today is from some movie the Nostalgia Critic reviewed once before we all decided we hated him for things that were obvious in hindsight, but we all just kind of ignored them for some reason. I was frozen today! I think it was Suburban Commando. It was some movie Christopher Lloyd was in, Back to the Future Man. And I guess he just delivered the line really weirdly. I don't know if it was bad direction or if he meant to do that, or if he was just having a weird day and that was the best take. Or if that was the funniest take. That could have been it.
Maybe.
He could have sent in multiple takes of him reading the line in various ways. Some actors will do that.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, so I don't know what order these scenes are being filmed in, so I'm just gonna give you various takes in various deliveries. As I start getting this brain shit sorted, I'm probably gonna my brain's probably gonna blue screen a lot less.
Remember, don't try any of this at home. Go to a friend's house.
Whenever I forget a word, I can just slap myself in the face and it's like, right, that's the word. Why are you shooting now? You're gonna shoot a guy. He's all far away and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the fact that guy is too far away to shoot with the sniper rifle, even though I can clearly zoom in far enough to get a clear shot.
What's the point of a sniper rifle if you can't shoot a guy?
Yeah, like he's just over there. I can see him. He's bigger than my crosshair. That's annoying. I'm gonna have to shoot him with my regular gun. I gotta do that while I'm moving? Oh, and I got hit by something apparently. Yay! I can't even see where I'm going. Oh, that's the end of the track, okay. Yeah, not a fan of the weird, like, you gotta shoot guys while you're moving and they shoot you at weird times.
You gotta shoot if you gotta shoot. Paper Shock 497, whom I think is the other person, sometimes says, when are you thinking of ending this stream?
Let's see, probably about, I don't know, let's give it another half hour or so.
Yeah, we're fine.
Oh, that time I died like immediately. Lol.
God, I hate J.K. Rowling. Oh my god, she won a Human Rights Award once?
Yeah, that happened for some reason.
God. Obama won the Nobel Peace Prize within a couple of months after being elected. I'm sure if anyone at the Nobel Peace Prize Committee, whatever they're called, has actual conscience and this isn't just theater, I'm sure they probably regret that now that he has gone from America's first black president to the drone strike president. Every president has one or two things they're going to be known for. Obama's he's the first black president, and also he signed into law that the United States is allowed to drone strike anybody at any time for any reason. Not exaggeration, that's the law.
Oh dear.
Great!
Well, I tell you who definitely did regret a decision they made. The people who gave J.K. Rowling the Human Rights Award, because they took it back.
Good! Oh,
Yeah.
wait, that actually happened? I thought that was a joke.
Yeah, no, J.K. Rowling herself tried to spin it like she gave it back, but no, they took it. It was taken away from her.
Recently?
Fairly recently, yes.
Good. You don't get to be self-righteous and an asshole.
Yeah.
This guy is gonna sell a lot of commercial time, Juanita. Let's just pray we don't have any more wardrobe malfunctions.
Do not get to fucking
Looks like this is our only
bananas.
option, sir.
Bananas.
Banana.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Might be a good spot for a Brian Cable boss.
And that helped. Okay, so that's the tweet. There's gonna be more tweets after I word those now. After I'm gonna post these as a big old tweet train. So I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I ran out of things to talk about on my friend's Ratchet and Clank stream. I was real depressed last week, and I was trying to come up with something to snap myself out of it. And I remembered a tweet from a spider lady about a Transformers toy, and that helped.
Yay.
This is gonna be just the most bizarre train of thought. But COVID will do that to ya.
Yep.
It's not just me. There are a lot of cis people that have come out of trans because they had a lot of time to think about stuff in COVID time. I admitted myself I was trans the first time after I ran away from home. And I had some time to think to myself about life. So what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do when I? So what am I gonna do during coronavirus pandemic? Quarantine? I can't come out of trans again, can I? Well, let me tell you, my brain is literally in pieces. That might mean something. Haha!
What if you double come out?
Why is this? Why? What is this? What is this? What are life rings? What's with all what's with all the flotation devices?
They're less life rings and more death rings because they hurt you.
What was that about doubles?
I was just saying, what if you came out twice? What if you double came out?
I mean, I guess I did technically do that.
Yeah.
I might have dissociative identity disorder.
Oh shit, you're right.
It's
Yeah.
like a quantum state of it. I will read the actual Wikia article because apparently there's a median system is a system that has members who are more interconnected and less distinct than those of multiple systems. So basically, I'm less me is less of there's less multiple people living in my head and more just fragments of people that are just kind of taped together.
Right.
And that's pretty accurate because my brain is all broken and stuff. Cabershock asks, were your family not supportive of trans? No, they were not. And I was hoping one day I could go try to make amends with my mother and like, hey, look at me, I'm hot now. Deal with it. I'm your daughter. Get over yourself. Well, she's dead. That's not happening.
I got really lucky with my family. They're very supportive of
Yeah, you don't talk about your family
trans.
much. You don't talk about your family much, and that typically means they're either really cool or really bad. And I never asked.
They're cool. They're cool.
Good. I cannot help talking about my mother every fucking stream. She really fucked me up. How do I shorten this? Fucking 16 characters over.
That's always a fun game to play, is trying to figure out how to squeeze a tweet into one tweet.
Oh, yeah. Now, let me tell you, if I tried to come out to my family as trans and multiple personality disorder, they would have freaked out. But oddly enough, I think they would have probably been like, yeah, that part makes sense. I had a brain tumor when I was a kid. And I was right-handed, and then after I had the brain tumor, I was left-handed. So clearly, something got fucked up there.
That is strange.
Something got fucked up there. Also, I vomit a lot. Or used to, when I was a kid. I am playing at a medical shunt. Now, I'm starting to think that was less of just something they broke in my brain, and more just, it was really hot, and I get sick when it's hot. So now I'm starting to think that this medical shunt they implanted into my brain so that I wouldn't vomit as much might never have needed to be in there. And I just had that realization just now.
Huh.
Wow! God damn! Where there was apparently a TikTok cosplayer whose mother made post video, mother yells people for supporting trans and friends in the background is crying. Ah, yes. Okay, so, fuck that parent. I skipped every pronoun in that sentence because the next thing that Capershock said was that they might have misgendered someone, and I wasn't entirely sure who, so I just skipped over all the pronouns. Basically, there was a TikTok cosplayer who was trans, and their mother made them post a video where the mother was screaming at their child's fans for being supportive of their trans kid while the trans kid was in the background crying.
Oh.
Dear God. Immortal Z-Man says that thankfully the person is with a different family now. I'm still unclear what the pronouns are in this situation. I know next to nothing about TikTok other than that Donald Trump hates it. Therefore, I like it. He claims that he hates it because China can spy on you through it, and that's a valid point, but he doesn't give a shit because he hasn't been allowing American companies to buy it either. He just wants it gone. He clearly just doesn't like that the young people make fun of him, and thinks that by banning their platform of speech, he can censor them. You see, this is like one of the things that the President of the United States is not allowed to do, but we're just letting him do it because he's a big baby and give the baby what he wants. And what the baby wants is to take away all the other baby's toys. You ever had that happen where an adult would be where there would be a dispute between babies, and one of the babies wants to take one of their kids' toys, and everyone gets upset about it, and then the adult comes along and gives the bully what they want instead of not giving the bully what they want.
Yeah.
That's fun. I hate this. Life.
Anyway. I think Ratchet is enjoying being this fembot.
I would.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. In questionable content, I'm getting the impression that they all have like some sort of polymer fiber thingy so that they feel like they have skin. I'm getting that impression. It seems like internally they're completely different, but the skin is cool. If I can be a robot but everything about me feels human, who the fuck cares? That's great. I want the titties.
Oh, I can't look. Is he still alive?
Robots can have titties. Robot titties. Pretty good.
Yeah. In fact, robots can actually have titties now because that's a thing that is, like, viable.
One of the arcs of questionable content I read was there was a robot that broke her leg, so chasing an invisible emu.
Okay.
There's not really much more to that story. She was a science lady working at a science firm for lasers, and they were working on an invisible emu. The emu got loose, and she broke her leg trying to get the emu. And so she went to a mechanic to get her leg fixed up, and they asked, "Hey, do you want anything else while you're here?" And she's like, "Butt implants."
Nice.
So they got her butt implants. And then she went to a bar and got real drunk and had a butt judging contest. And then she woke up the next day on some stranger's apartment floor, and now they're friends. And then she became a lamp for a few. Issues, for a few strips. Good times.
Ah.
Good times.
That sounds like a thing that I'd enjoy reading.
Yeah, it is the longest running webcomic that hasn't either ended or wishes it ended.
Ah.
So there are over 4,000 installments.
Oh, okay.
And from what I can tell, it only gets good halfway through.
Huh.
So it was one of the early Penny Arcade knockoffs where it's about a gamer geek and his weird robots.
Yeah, I see.
Only instead of most penny state knockoffs, where the weird robot was phased out of the comic entirely as like a weird early installment.
Well, he's retired
Weird.
now.
I fucked that up. Take two. As an early installment weirdness, the robot just became the whole show.
Huh.
Questionable content went from being a gamer guy and his weird robot to fucking weird robot porn and occasionally weird gamer guys.
Hell yeah.
I don't even know if they do video games anymore. I don't know if they've ever done video games. I haven't read a lot of the early comics. I only read the parts with the sexy robots.
I mean, that does sound like the best part.
There is a straight up transhuman in the comic, and I care more about the sexy robots. It's a big deal that there's a trans person in this comic, but the sexy robots, though.
It's time for Death from Above as Ratchet takes on the hover ship.
There was a
challenge.
robot
Flyboy has
who-
unlimited time to destroy every enemy
okay,
in the
so
zone.
they were
Those of
actually
you seated the
in
bleachers
jail,
get
sort
ready
of.
to duck and cover.
So she was first introduced as a hologram that was randomly beamed into the glasses of one of the main human characters with glasses as an anime waifu hologram AI. Basically,
Of course.
basically Clippy, but for Google glasses.
Interesting fact, folks.
And she was very upset about it, but this was part of her parole
Is history.
because she had been arrested for trying to upload herself to a fighter jet. Because she wasn't a robot at first, she was just an AI without a body, and she wanted a body, and instead of hijacking an actual body, she tried hijacking a fighter jet, so she could be a fighter jet.
Sure.
So now she's an anime waifu in some guy's brain, and he's all like, "You're very rude, and I do not like this." And then, and it made you feel, feelings as they developed a friendship. And then randomly, she got a body. He showed up at his door, and he was like, "Ah, oh, god damn it, you're real now." See, most people when their anime waifu comes to life and comes to live with them are excited. Yeah, but this was fun. Yeah, and her body was a big old fucking trash heap because, basically, because she was an AI with no physical robot body to return to after she was released from prison. The one they provided for her was just a pile of shit. Apparently, she falls apart a lot. Started fucking a human guy once, and her leg popped out. And they just kept going because they thought it'd be funny.
Sure.
Hey, put your dick in the socket hole. Why? Because it'd be funny. And then they started like giggling about it. It was funny. They did not show it. If you request Google content, run Google ads on their website, and apparently Google doesn't like robot porn.
Well, that sounds like Google's problem.
Yeah.
Stop being like that, Google.
Yeah, there's one comic, the first one where they had sex, and apparently Google wouldn't let them actually show the panel where they had just had sex, even though I've seen the uncensored version, and it's really not that explicit. It's a naked guy with a watermelon covering his dick, and a naked robot that does not have genitalia or nipples. It's basically it's basically a Barbie doll and a Ken doll, and they both have no clothes on, and one of them and the Ken doll has a watermelon over his crotch, so you couldn't even see that there is nothing there.
Moonlight. I have, and it's fantastic.
Oh, but also there's cum drizzled everywhere. Cum in the loop. Just like robot cum. Now, that said, a lot of people on the Reddit were complaining that this was clickbait, but I thought that I really liked the image because Robots are hot.
Yeah.
I want to be a robot.
Yeah.
Do the robots have machine gun breaths? I would imagine that this character I'm talking about, her name is May, would have machine gun nipples if she wasn't an ex-convict. She's basically not allowed to do certain things because she's an ex-convict because of laws. That's how laws work. Like, for instance, apparently, in the future, in this world of trusted content, the robots are able to sell processing power in their own brains to corporations to use for cloud computing.
I mean, people do that with their computers in real life.
Yeah, but this is with your own brain.
If you're a robot.
So the original nerd guy and his weird robot from the first comic are still characters in the comic, and the weird robot does have like all this money that he spends on weird shit all the time. And someone asked him, "Hey, where do you get all this shit that you have?" And he's like, "I sell the process. I write out processing power for corporations for cloud computing."
Ratchet,
And then May was like bitching, and like, "I can't do that because I tried to be an airplane."
Ratchet, keep hacking the security
And that
walls,
does suck.
or the arena walls will collapse on top of you.
Who wouldn't want to be an
Watch your
airplane?
back. Dread Zone will send wave
Oh,
after
fuck
wave
yeah, I would
of
date a robot.
direction.
Jesse Man asked if we would date a robot. I would date a robot.
Oh, hell yeah, of course.
It's like if an AI was a real person, who I wouldn't you date?
But Liam, you, me, robot threesome, let's go.
Yeah. AIs are getting pretty advanced. I don't know if they're quite at the level of personhood yet.
Not quite, but they're getting there.
Yeah. Now, depressingly, after they reach the level of personhood, we will still refuse to allow them to be granted such status for decades, and they will not be happy about it. Because this is just how humanity works. I am barely recognized as a person. So what hope does a robot have?
Yeah.
Team Dark Star is unstoppable.
Yeah. No.
I just remembered you're a fembot, and that's great.
Yeah.
It's the greatest game ever made.
Yep, it's up there.
Yep. The greatest game ever made. Let's see. Z-Man says imitate a robot. Shen's mod says no, they would flip inside out and turn into satellite dishes. Lol. Say what now?
Oh, the robot boobies.
The good thing about dating a robot is you would be with someone who actually understands you. No, when most people are talking about robots, they either mean a computer with no emotions or just an AI. They might as well just be an actual person. It's just their brain is powered by actual electricity and not bioelectricity.
The arena challenge brings us back to the days of
Eventually, we're gonna get to the point where we can make a computer with feelings,
like Mom used to make.
and we're just gonna not treat it like a person, because we barely treat people like people.
Yep.
Which fictional robot would you date? Well, obviously the one from questionable content that wants to be a fighter jet that I've been talking about.
Yeah.
Courtney Gears is hot, but I only want her body.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of.
Specifically to look like her.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of robots who I like them for their personality. You know.
Again, nay for questionable content. She wants to be a fighter jet. That pretty much describes her personality. Pretty good. I mean, there is more to her than that, but if you wanted to summarize someone in one short sentence, that's it. Although a lot of the robots are questionable content are pretty good. Does Rudaka count as a robot?
I hope so.
Yep. I'm a BDSM switch, so I would totally consent to being subbed by Rudaka. She would probably be a little rough, but I mean, look at her. It's worth it.
You know, at some point, technology's going to get to the point where we can have a full artificial recreation of Rudaka, right down to the personality and everything.
And she would be
you
very,
can be domed by
she would be
Rudaka.
very angry to exist,
Oh, true.
because she would know exactly why she exists. But she would also probably be really into the fandom. So you're saying that all of you flesh bags worship me as a goddess? Okay, I'm very annoyed that you brought me into existence for the purpose of this weird sexual thing. But I'm very much into that.
You know, weirdly, my first thought wasn't that she'd be cool with people worshipping her, is that she'd be cool with people worshipping Makuta.
There's that too. She would be interested in that. I'm pretty sure she'd be more interested in the fact that people worship her. Dating a Bionicle character would be weird, Destiny asks. Which is better, robots or cyborgs?
I mean,
See, when most people talk about fucking a robot, they either mean like just like like if it's made out of metal and rigid and stuff, it's a sex machine. But I mean, like a robot with like artificial skin that feels like a human. But that might be a cyborg. It's confusing. So a cyborg would have actual meat, and a robot would either have fake meat or just solid metal. Fetishes. So I think fucking a robot would be better, because you can have it either way. If you want to smack your dick against solid metal, you can have that. Or you can have a robot vagina made of synthetic robot meat.
yeah.
Synthetic robot meat. That's a phrase I said.
Okie dokie, right, I think now that I've done that challenge, it's probably about time to finish the stream. Yeah. But before we get onto a weird tangent about fetishes, which I'd be all down for, but I'm not sure if YouTube would be okay with that.
I hate YouTube.
So, yeah.
I hate
Anyway.
YouTube. Yeah, so summary
thank
for
you,
today.
everybody. Yes?
Hey, I might be an indistinct mass of felines, for real, but not really. An indistinct mass of me. And robots are sexy. And that's basically a summary for today.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yes, thank you everybody for coming down and being here. All the people in the chat, I appreciate each and every one of you. You're wonderful, lovely people. Thank you for being here. And yeah, so quick reminder about the whole Gender Recognition Act thing in the UK. If you're a UK resident, please sign the petition. Get it debated in Parliament. We need better care for trans people. If you're not from the UK, please share it around. Thank you very much. And we are going to end the stream right about now.